stood amid the rubble and the ruins of Ground Zero, promising to deliver justice to those who had sought to destroy our way of life. We remember the compassion that he showed by leading the global fight against HIV/AIDS and malaria, helping to save millions of lives, and reminding people in some of the poorest corners of the globe that America cares and that we're here to help. We remember his commitment to reaching across the aisle to unlikely allies like Ted Kennedy, because he believed that we had to reform our schools in ways that help every child learn, not just some. We have to repair a broken immigration system, and that this progress is only possible when we do it together. 7 years ago, President Bush restarted an important conversation by speaking with the American people about our history as a nation of laws and a nation of immigrants. And even though comprehensive immigration reform has taken a little longer than any of us expected, I am hopeful that this year, with the help of Speaker Boehner, some of the senators and members of Congress who are here today, that we bring it home for our families and our economy and our security and for this incredible country that we love. And if we do that, it will be in large part thanks to the hard work of President George W. Bush. And finally, a president bears no greater decision and no more solemn burden than serving as Commander-in-Chief of the greatest military that the world has ever known. As President Bush himself has said, America must and will keep its word to the men and women who have given us so much. So even as we Americans may at times disagree on matters of foreign policy, we share a profound respect and reverence for the men and women of our military and their families, and we are united in our determination to comfort the families of the fallen and to care for those who wear the uniform of the United States. On the flight back from Russia, after negotiating with Nikita Khrushchev at the height of the Cold War, President Kennedy's secretary found a small slip of paper on which the president had written a favorite saying. "I know there is a God, and I see a storm coming. If he has a place for me, I believe I am ready." No one can be completely ready for this office, but America needs leaders who are willing to face the storm head on, even as they pray for God's strength and wisdom so that they can do what they believe is right. That's what the leaders with whom I share this stage have all done. That's what President George W. Bush chose to do. That's why I'm honored to be part of today's celebration. Mr. President, for your service, for your courage, for your sense of humor, and most of all for your love of country, thank you very much. From all the citizens of the United States of America, God bless you, and God bless these United States.
believe one develops a set of principles through a faith, how you were raised, and where you're raised. I had a set of principles that I had developed throughout my life, and by the time I became president, I was willing to defend those principles. I wanted to make sure that the economy was strong. We needed to bolster our military in order to maintain the peace. It was important to promote a culture in which each individual is responsible for his or her decisions. We could improve our public school system so that people had a chance at the American dream, that free enterprise system needed to be defended, and that we could achieve a more peaceful world through a strong America. I never wanted to be a wartime president. When war came to our shores on 9/11, I had a lot of emotions. Mostly I was determined. I was determined to protect America. Any commander-in-chief ought to develop a special bond with the military, and I certainly did so, because the toughest decision a president makes is to send men and women in harm's way.
I thought of a multitude of issues that I was interested in, and of course one of them is literacy. After September 11th, many other options for issues confronted me, and one of them was women's rights. So when I made the presidential radio address talking about the brutal treatment of women and children by the Taliban, I started getting responses from women everywhere across our country.
One of the guiding principles of my presidency was to whom much is given, much is required. And America is such a blessed nation that I believe we have an obligation to help human suffering where we possibly can. Life is service till the end.
Ladies and gentlemen, President George W. Bush.
Thank you all. Please be seated. Oh, happy days. I want to thank you all for coming. Laura and I are thrilled to have so many friends. I mean, a lot of friends here to celebrate this special day. There was a time in my life when I wasn't likely to be found at a library, much less found one. Beautiful building has my name above the door, but it belongs to you. It honors the cause we serve and the country we share. For 8 years, you gave me the honor of serving as your president, and today I'm proud to dedicate this center to the American people. I am very grateful to President Obama and Michelle for making this trip. Unlike the other presidents here, he's actually got a job. President, thank you for your kind words and for leading the nation we all love. I appreciate my fellow members of the former President's Club, 42, 41, and 39. I want to thank you all for your kind words and the example you have set. Alexander Hamilton once worried about ex-presidents wandering among the people like discontented ghosts. Actually, I think we seem pretty happy. One reason is that we have wonderful first ladies at our side. Hillary and Rosalind, thank you for your service and your generosity. Mother and Laura, you know how I feel. Kindly introduce the world leaders with whom I had the privilege to serve. You're good friends, and I'm honored to have you here in the Promised Land. I want to welcome the members of Congress. Mr. Speaker, appreciate you coming. And the diplomatic corps, I know you will all be happy to hear that this speech is a lot shorter than the State of the Union. I thank the governors, Governor of our own home state, and other governors, mayors, state and local officials who joined us. I welcome members of my cabinet, the White House staff and administration, especially Vice President Dick Cheney. From the day I asked Dick to run with me, he served with loyalty, principle, and strength. Proud to call you friend. History is going to show that I served with great people, a talented, dedicated, intelligent team of men and women who love our nation as much as I do.